I just wanted to share with you some of what I'm noticing about trauma memory and recovering from psychiatric drug withdrawal. I am definitely noticing a theme. And so I wanted to talk with you about that today. If you are having traumatic memories, negative spiraling from the past, stay tuned because that's what I'm going to share with you about today. And I'm Joanna. I went through a pretty terrible psych med withdrawal journey, and I'm healed and doing just so much better. And I've been able to help other people in their journeys as a healing coach. My background is in therapy, but I'm offering coaching in order to really be able to help people through this journey. So, yeah, I'm just noticing that a lot of people have terrible traumatic memories that they relive when they're going through the withdrawal, even stuff that they haven't thought about for a long time and that hasn't bothered them for a long time is resurfaced. But not only resurfaced in like a terrifying like horror movie version that they just can't get out of their head, like worst possible interpretation or feelings around memories that were in the past and they were already moved on from. And so I experienced this too, and it was scary, and I wasn't sure what to make of it because I had already done a lot of therapy and I had already done trauma therapy, and I didn't know what to think of why I was reliving different fears and beliefs and specific memories and revisiting different decisions and doubting my decisions in tremendous ways. So based on my training, I know that the brain has like a network of memories, and so one memory can trigger another, or one sensation can trigger a memory. And so I wonder if just the negative sensations that the brain is experiencing just pulls up and like ignites all of those memories and makes them more vivid. So that's one thought that has come to mind for me, is just how tremendously negative the brain is experiencing life, can then like pool kind of like matching files, like, oh, when have we felt this way before? Do we remember this or this? And it just kind of like, I think that could be part of what's happening. Another thought I've had is I've had someone in my family has gone through brain injury, and we did different reading and learning about brain injury, and then I've also like had training on brain injury in school, and specifically that was like traumatic brain injury, and traumatic brain injury comes with reliving of memories in the past as like a way of like it's like the whole brain is having like a reboot and remembering who you are and what you've done and what decisions you've made, and it's almost like a replay in order to get caught up to speed about like where I am in the timeline in my life. And so I remember that specifically with this relative, and I remember he would talk about different life decisions that were long in the past as if they were very relevant when he was in his recovery, and he recovered and did really well. But it kind of reminds me of that severe of a brain injury in the reliving of like, okay, what decision did I make in the past, and is it okay I made that decision, even if it's like kind of not relevant to today and to your timeline right now. So anyway, I just noticed connections between traumatic brain injury and people coming off of their medications, that there's just definitely seems to be some similarities between traumatic brain injury healing and getting off meds recovery brain healing. So anyway, those are just things I have noticed. So if you're experiencing that, I just want to name that as, yeah, that's just a real part of of withdrawal. I think a lot of people are experiencing that when they go through withdrawal. And so you're not abnormal and you're not like horribly broken beyond repair if that's something that you're experiencing. And it doesn't mean like, oh, not only did I have these terrible things happen to me growing up or when I was a teenager or when I was a young adult, but now I also have this withdrawal. I'm really going to be destroyed. No, don't believe that. Don't believe that at all. I would say, well, you survived those other things and came through them, and now you're surviving this and you'll come through it. And that is just powerful resilience, and your body can get through this. And maybe there's some unprocessed stuff from the past, but you'll be able to figure that out when you've healed, and when you've healed from this, and when you're feeling even and just going about your ordinary life and able to accomplish tasks and focus and think clearly and have a clear perspective on things, and you're not extremely symptomatic. You can decide then if, hey, this seems like I'm having trauma memory and I need some trauma healing treatment, or whether it's just like, that was just a big storm of memories and now it's past. So I would just give it the most gracious interpretation of like, it's probably just a storm from the withdrawal and just yanking up a bunch of old news and sticking it back in your face. And as the withdrawal settles down, those memories will get back into place in the library and not be right in your face. So yeah, that's my encouragement to you. If you're having trauma memories and feeling really tormented by them, I am so sorry. It is really hard, a huge challenge to like come through all of the symptoms that can come through psych med withdrawal. But those things will quiet down and your mind will calm and things will fall into place, and you'll be able to think more clearly about the past, the present, and the future. And so for me, I definitely felt like those memories really calmed down and went back into their place and were not tormenting me once I was through the withdrawals, and it just kind of all cleared. And so I really believe that that is the case for you, and that as you come through this, your mind is going to clear, and whatever is left can be treated, and there's so much hope. So don't be despairing and don't be discouraged about what things are coming to mind, because right now your mind is in a negative place, and so it makes sense negative memories would be surfacing. So as you heal, things will get clearer and calmer, and you'll be able to have a much better perspective on those experiences from the past and what you've experienced even through this withdrawal. You'll be able to have a new perspective of it. So take heart and hang in there, because your healing is happening one day at a time.